welcome back to another video. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a return subscriber, hi. So guys, look at my face. However you guys are seeing this face, just take it like that. It has been through it. Look at my eyes, my voice. It is not easy. We are currently in Medina. This is the second part of this Saudi vlog. I brought the Makkah one, this is the Medina one, and this is going to be the last part of the video. I just wanted to update you guys and also share experience like I did, planning tips and tricks for you. Ignore the light if it's making me look orange. The light here is orange. Is red light or yellow light, how will I put it? So anyways, we've been in Medina since on Thursday. Sorry guys, I thought someone was knocking on our room, but I'm sure they are still going to know very soon. But anyways, we've been in Medina since on Thursday. We left Makkah on Thursday and today is Monday, so it's been like 3 days now. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, this is our 4th day in Medina and it's been a beautiful experience. I love Medina. The air here is different, the vibe is different. You can say that it is a little bit more of an advanced city than Mecca. However, you still can relate to the spirituality of it. It is cold and hence my blocked sinuses. It is very cold, surprisingly cold. We didn't expect it to be this cold, and it is not like it is cold all day. It is cold from evening around this time. It is currently 3:30 p.m. so it is cold from this time to morning, then it's warm, then it gets cold again, which I love. It reminds me so much of the architecture, the setting, the building, everything reminds me so much of Katsina State, so much of Kano, so much of home, and it's such a familiar environment for a place that I'm just here for the first time. It's such a familiar environment and alhamdulillah, I love the experience. So I'm going to share some tips with you guys. First of all, know that it is sunnah. It is loved by the beloved prophet, you know, that when you come to Saudi Arabia, especially to Mecca, to perform Hajj or Umrah, it is loved that you bring ziyarah to him. Ziyarah means visit, you know. Even though he's late, this is where he settled, this is where he died, this is where he was buried, this is where his first mosque was built, this is where a lot of, you know, things happened in his lifetime, the battles, the things that kind of really shaped his life up until the end of it. So it is important that you bring ziyarah to the Prophet ﷺ, and that was why we came all the way here. It was a 5-hour journey, give or take, from Mecca to Medina, with the stops that we had to do. Now, their speed limit, I know I talked about this in the Mecca vlog. Their speed limit is something that if I'm going to live in this country, I'm going to have issues. These people are going there is a speed limit of 140 on their highway, 140 kilometer an hour on their highway, and I'm like, why? And we are on the road, we are bouncing, we are jumping inside the car, those of us without much weight, we are bouncing, we are doing all that. But at the end of the day, we came in, they drove very roughly in this country. I don't like it, but we made it to Medina and we came in around 5 p.m 6 p.m thereabout. 5 p.m 6 p.m thereabout. So when we came in, we settled, we had eaten on our way here, so we were not too hungry. Our hotel, as soon as we came in, I did a room tour. It's a newly renovated hotel that gives me New York living hotel room vibe. It has a mini sitting area, it has 4 single beds that we could barely fit in. I mean, it's very small, but I guess this is how they still do it even during Hajj operation, where people are sharing rooms. So it's typically like the room share thing if you were sharing with other people. So we had to merge two beds for Ansar and the Mr. Karia and I still maintain our individual beds. Yeah, they provide water as always. There is free Wi-Fi, but the problem is my brother's phone, both of them, their phones were not connecting because they were brand new phones. I don't know why, but they said they do experience that. So they've been using my Google Fi hotspot and the tablets, you know, the iPads and all those things, just to, because you can't just be in a place, even though you are here for Ibadah, you just can't be in a place without connection, right? So that is something that you have to also be prepared for. Another thing, okay, the distance between our hotel to the Prophet's Masjid is about 10 minutes, depending on how you are working it. If I'm working it, I'm doing it for 15 minutes because I don't walk too fast. I walk, you know, normal human beings walk. But the likes of the Mister and my brothers, they do it in like 10 minutes. Well, my youngest brother, but my Marzuk works, we are typically the same in a lot of ways, so we don't work really fast. So we did not do anything on Friday. Okay, on Friday we went for Jumat prayer. That was the first time I went to see the Masjid of the beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is the most beautiful thing. I only saw it from outside, and this is because that's, you know, the tents in his masjid. That is the one thing I really wanted to see, because every time I saw it on TV, it was always very fascinating. So I was so excited that we went for Jumat prayer, and you fall down, and I got to see it. We were under the tent, we performed nafilas, we performed Jumat prayers, we listened to the khutbah, something I've not listened to in a very long while, even though it was in Arabic, but you could still, if you understand Arabic language, you can still pick up what the khutbah is about, which is about, the last khutbah was about how we treat ourselves as Muslims, like family treatment, community treatment, and all those things. So, and yeah, we listened to that, and after that we had to go change some money. We had to also walk around. So one thing I'm going to also tell you, that if you are coming from any part of the world, make sure, most especially if your currency is going to be in USD, make sure you bring an USD note that is 2006 and above. Don't bring anything 2004 below, or like 2005 and below, because they won't change it for you. You have to go change it in the bank. So the Mister kind of is running into the same thing. Like, he has about $400 notes that are 2000 and 1980 something, and they don't accept that. This is a common knowledge, but he assumed that he was coming to another foreign country and it wouldn't be a big deal to exchange such currency. But I know that. So even my own money, I made sure that my money was all current, and he didn't pay attention to that because it was a last minute thing. That when we left the masjid, we looked for something to eat, we bought food, we came back and we ate. On Saturday we did not also go out. So you are supposed to do ziyarah, and the ziyarah that you do in Medina is not just to the Prophet's Masjid or the visit to the Rauda, which I'm going to talk about, because that is another very tricky thing you have to prepare for. There are three very significant locations that you have to take ziyarah to, you have to go visit, but I think it's about 7, but the ones that we go to is 3. That is where the Battle of Uhud, where Hamza and Jash were buried, and other 70 companions of the Prophet were buried. The Prophet's first masjid, which significantly is the first masjid that he built, you know, when he made hijrah to Medina from Mecca, and that is when he moved from Mecca to Medina. And when he built that masjid, people, it is said that if you come to Medina and you go perform 2 rak'ahs there, is as you get the reward equal to the reward of performing Umrah. So take note of that. Don't be lazy when you come. Don't just think Mecca is where you're going to stop. Make sure you put that sincere effort, because there is a lot of verses of the Quran, a lot of hadiths that talks about the Prophet saying that even after his lifetime, if you come to Mecca and you make a visit to him, it is beloved by, he loves it, even after his lifetime. Before his death, he mentioned something like this. He mentioned it quite a number of times, and in the Quran is mentioned, and that the one mentioned in Quran is kind of further tafsired into that it is not just in his lifetime that you come to visit him. Even when he's gone, go to his tomb and pray and go to places that are significant, you know. So yeah, so after that first masjid visit, where we make dua as well when you visit, then we proceeded to the second ziyarah place, which is the Qiblatain, Masjid al-Qiblatain. That is the masjid where the Qibla was changed. Before, Muslims used to pray towards Jerusalem. So the Prophet, when he came, and it was said that he made a dua, and when he made the dua, he woke up one day, and I think in his dream or in his sleep, Allah, he instructed him that when he woke up, he should pray towards Mecca, towards Qibla. And before, people used to pray towards either true direction, Kudus and Kaaba, that is Mecca. So people used to pray towards two places, but after that time, after the Prophet performed the initial one, the word spread and Muslims started praying towards the Qibla, towards Mecca, and that is what it is to date. There is no other direction of prayer other than this. It used to be in the famous masjid in Jerusalem. It is no longer towards there for a very long time, since the lifetime of the Prophet. The third place of visit was the Uhud, where the Battle of Uhud happened, where that was like the first battle that Muslims and the Prophet had lost during his lifetime, because there was a mistake on his part, on the part of his army rather. So the way he instructed them to not go down, and because they were archers from the opposition, and they went down from the mountain, and they were all 50, I think all 50 of them were arrowed down dead. So, and it was also where Hamza, Jash, they all did accepted the Shahada, and their burial site is there. So we also took, when we left the other place, so we left to buy Debino dates. So the next best thing that you're supposed to do when you're in Saudi Arabia is to visit the Rauda. The Rauda is Rauda is called garden, and is perceived to be a particular paradise, on a gateway to a particular paradise, if I'm not mistaken the history. So now, this is the tricky thing. For women, it is very hard to get in. The time slot they have for women is short, it's tight. You have to, I don't know if it's recently, but when we came on Thursday, the Mr. My brothers were able to book for their Rauda visit, because you have to get the permit. It's, you know, at no cost, at zero cost, you have to get the permit to go. And just like going for Umrah too, you also have to get the permit. So right in front of me, the Mr. booked his own, my brothers booked their own. The only difference was the time slot they got, but they got the same day. It was time for me to book my own. I was booking it, and the thing put me 1 week ahead of mine. So if you're a lady and you're coming, I think it is important that you book way ahead of time, like 1 week. As soon as you're touching Saudi Arabia, that should be the next thing you should be doing. The one for Umrah is not, the one for Mecca, Haram, the one for Haram is not, that is in Mecca, is not so hard to get in. And that one is, booking that one you can book as a family, but booking for the Rauda, going to pray at the Rauda, it is not, you cannot book as a family. So that affected us badly in a way that I couldn't go with the kids, and I don't think they even allow for kids. I also could not get a booking for myself, but coincidentally there are gates that are very close to the Rauda that you might not be able to gain access and see the pulpit where the Prophet used to perform tahajjud and, you know, pray there, but you can be as close as possible, and that was either through gate 25. Gate 25 will put you directly behind the pulpit of the Prophet, and no, directly in front. And the gate 37, gate 38, gate 37 is for women if you have the permit, gate 38 is for men if they have the permit. So I had to go back through gate 34 or 35 to actually go in, just so I could get in as close to the Rauda and pray as I could. So this is just a telling for me that inshallah I will be back here, and this is a learning curve, and I will do it better next time, because I still don't I don't want to say something, but I just feel like it is not even right that you have to limit. The Prophet was for every Muslim descendant. Like if you're a descendant of Adam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was for us. Like I don't think in his lifetime he will want things like this to be so restrictive. Like I saw women, older women, that they were crying, and it's not just about telling people that you cannot go, it's the treatment. They were treating these women poorly, they were shouting at them, they were treating them badly, and they were sitting down crying. And I pray the Saudi government think about it, because this is being greedy or stingy for you to not let people have access to their beloved Prophet. You can organize it in a way that you don't cause further limitations, because not everybody is internet savvy, not everybody knows that you have to book for something. Like even in Mecca, when we were going for to perform our Umrah, going to the Haram, to Kaaba, they were just like, you know, they just look at your phone. They were not nitpicking the details of whether you booked or you did not book, most especially if you were old. But here they were really turning away old women, very old women from other parts of the world, and they were crying, and I felt so bad. I felt, thinking about it now, like it still makes me feel very bad. I already knew that I was not going to go in because I didn't have the permit, but I still made attempt, and I went, you know, I prayed, I did what I had to do. But seeing those women cry and, you know, feel bad they cannot be close to their Prophet, their beloved Prophet, the one that we hear how much he loves us, he prayed for us even before he died. He's like a salvation for the Muslim Ummah, for the Muslim nation, and the way it was so still accessible to the Ummah during his own time. And now it's not like I feel like there's just a way they can organize it that it does not create disparity, but now there is that disparity, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. So this is the only thing I have to say. I don't know how much I didn't shop a lot in Mecca, because this is not what brought me, but I ended up still doing my final shopping yesterday. We are leaving in a couple of days. So we are today is 26th of December, so we will be leaving here on the 28th of December, but I'm sure you guys are going to get this vlog way after. So yeah, I'm already packing to leave, inshallah. Oh my goodness, these people. So guys, let me do a quick Madinah haul. I know I didn't make any haul for Makkah. That was because I didn't quite get anything. The only thing I got there was just jalabiyas, some fabrics for myself that I already sent to Nigeria. I didn't waste time with that one, but here I came to do some haul because it's Ibadah, right? So I'm buying things is not just what I came for, so I wasn't in a hurry. But let me show you guys some things that I got. If you come to Medina, some things you can look out for. I bought all these woods for air freshener, liquid air fresheners, for the house, for the clothes. I was able to get 3 different scents that I like. These things are quite heavy and pricey, so you have to, like, this one is 35. They are all 35 Saudi Riyal. Again, sorry, my voice is still not good, so yeah, I got this ostrich oil, fat and oil. This is because people have been raving about it, of how medicinal it is. So one thing you should also bear in mind is that you will see a lot of Islamic traditional medicine here. You'll find, if you look for, we are currently in the process of looking for the asthma, getting the asthma medicine. I talked to the driver taking us around, and he said he was going to get that. I just need to remind him about it. So this is ostrich oil. This is good for the body. I think this one is ingestible, of course. Make sure you make your research, but the balm is not. The balm is for the body. It's topical massage, fat for pain. It says natural ointment massage to obtain the desired result. The required amount to be applied on the damaged place with the pain is in circular motion for a period of no less than 10 minutes before bedtime, taking into account the warming of the distant pain. You know, there is English distant to barrier, but it's just trying to say that you have to massage it for maximum effect for up to 10 minutes, and you do it at bedtime, and you know, have to do it again for several days for it to this is for my arthritis and for my joint ache specifically. But this one again, when you mix it with black seed oil, the ostrich oil, when you mix it with black seed oil and some, I think I will look for the recipe for this. This is black seed oil. I bought 2, and I got charcoal. Of course, my mom is the one that supplies my charcoal burner, but since she's the one she gave me when I was in Nigeria is almost, I'm on to the last box. I got some incense powder, and yeah, this is just something I can easily whip up or mix up by myself. This was like 40 Riyal for half a kilo. 1 kilo is 80 Riyal. I got 7 spice. If you guys know 7 spice, you know that it is OG. It's curry, it's ginger, it's clove, it's different kind of natural ingredients, you know, spices blend together. Okay, black pepper, coriander, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, latent sea laurel, leaf, salt, and this is what it is. The salt is for preservation, obviously, that's why it says latent sea salt. And yeah, this is very good for grills. I still want to get some spices later when I go out, so if I do, I will show you guys. So when we went for a ziyarah on our way back, we stopped by the popular date shops and date market, and we picked some dates, and that was where I actually picked up the 7 spice and the black seed oil. So I picked the ajwa syrup. This the ajwa date is the best date there is. Let me show you guys. This is the ajwa date. It's sweet but not crazy sweet. I prefer it. Then there is the mabruk date that I am familiar with. This is the mabruk date, but it's my mom's name, so you feel somehow me calling it. But this is the mabruk date because it has higher sugar content. So I bought this because, one, I just love to, and it's something you can just be chewing on. And yeah, so this is the one we got. I got more. I got 1 kilo for my own household. I got half kilo. A kilo is 40 Riyal. This one, a kilo, is 35 Riyal. I bought half kilos for my in-laws. Yeah, half kilo for my in-laws. I also got this sugar lump. It's just 10 Riyal. It's sugar lump. You dilute it in water and you drink, or you use it to drink your tea. So I also bought miski, white miski. This is just for burning in the house. You can blend it, you can grind it, mix it with oil, you know, perfume oil, if you want to use it on your body, or if you want to use it as cleansing this thing for down there. I also bought black henna cone because this is so hard good ones are so hard to come by in the US, so I bought 6. I also got eucalyptus oil. No, what is this? This cajuput oil for asthma, for ansar, something you just put in on your chest, you know, to help breathe properly. Yeah, I don't want to open it. I only got one. If not, I should have used it for myself. So what else did I get? Oh, okay. So this is something we do by ourselves at home, and this is the famous honey black seed mix. If you know this, you know black seed is called habat soda, and it is in history, in Islamic medicine history, it is known that there is no disease it does not cure other than death. So this is because it brings relief. Wallahi, if Allah wills for you to be healthy, if you take this, you will be healthy, inshallah. And because of how hard it is to take on its own, we mix it with honey. So the mister is a firm believer. I am a firm believer of this. I can't begin to tell you guys how good this is. So even when I'm sick and I take, please can you guys be quiet, even when I'm sick and I keep taking this, I find I get relief. But because of how difficult it is to make and to actually take all the time, is why I'm not so consistent. So we decided to buy a big jar. It's expensive. This alone is 160 Saudi Riyal, and that is why we still got the black seed oil. We can mix it with our honey. When we get there, we still have the black seed powder at home, but this is just a quick easy buy. And yeah, this is very good. If you know someone that can get you authentic black seed oil, be taking it with honey. Kids that suffer crisis, you know, autoimmune crisis like sickle cell. Now this is not me diagnosing or giving this thing, but you know how kids go into crisis and all those things. Wallahi, if you give this to your child, it will help build their blood. It will just help give them relief if you keep doing it consistently. This is very good. Habat soda is known Islamically as a very good medicine. You know, I got some other things for myself, but that is kind of personal, like abayas. I'm not here to do haul, but definitely there's no way I'll come to Saudi and not get abayas for myself, so I did. But I packed already. Just still getting ready to leave in a couple of days, but I just want to give myself a head start with the packing. What do I have planned for the next few days is to pack, is to do some petty shoppings of things I need and do not need. Yeah, but we are going to be leaving here on the 28th, so the next time you guys are going to see me, it's going to definitely be in the US, inshallah. We are flying straight out of Medina. That is the only difference between how we came in and how we are leaving. Yeah, inshallah, the next time you guys are going to be seeing me would be back in the US. I look like a hot mess. I look like a hot mess, but alhamdulillah, it's worth it. I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. It's going to be a first that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I bought some things to remind me of that, and I pray that Allah counts me among those that will be able to perform Hajj, perform Umrah as much as I can in my lifetime, in my children's lifetime, in the minister's lifetime, my parents' lifetime. I pray I'm able to be here with my entire family someday, inshallah, and not just my brothers, my parents. You know, we all be here, inshallah, someday. Thank you all so much for following me on this journey. Again, if you have questions about Medina and what to expect, what to plan for, let me know. We have a driver here that is helping us around. If you're traveling here and you need someone to help you take you on ziyara, you can reach out to me. I'll give you his number. He's a very good person and very kind as well. And if you also need somebody to ship things for you in Makkah, I know someone that I can also connect you with, inshallah. So yeah, that is it for this, my first experience. Yeah, this is my experience being in Saudi Arabia. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and see you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.
It's like a family tree.